Jim Allenby and Ben Wright combined to save Glamorgan's blushes and earned the draw against Essex in their LV County Championship match in Colchester. The Welshmen began the final day on 16 without loss, trailing by 66, but on a surface which has throughout been batsman friendly, so the thoughts were that they would easily bat themselves into a position of safety, and as Will Bragg and Nick James saw out the opening 8 overs of the day, few would have argued with such ideas. The biggest threat with the sun cracking the flags was always going to be Harbhajan Singh. He struck with his first ball of the morning, having Bragg taken behind by James Foster. That ended an opening stand of 48, and 2 runs later, Glamorgan's first innings centurion Stuart Walters also got a feather off Harbhajan to the wicketkeeper. 10 minutes later, and Glamorgan were 3 down as Marcus North left his periscope up and deflected a ball from Graham Napier onto his stumps. In the space of just 8 overs, the Welshmen lost 4 wickets for the addition of only 15 runs, Harbhajan striking for a 3rd time as James was plumb in front for 32. Glamorgan was still 19 runs behind on 63 for 4, and it now looked as if spin would win the day for the home side after all. Allenby, though, had other ideas, and with due care and attention he managed to get his side just ahead by the time lunch was taken, even though Essex remained hot favourites. And as the day got even hotter, it took great powers of concentration from Allenby and his partner Wright to remind themselves and their teammates that this pitch had thus far been a paradise for batsmen. Slowly but surely they started to bat their team ahead and towards safety. In this awful summer, Colchester was enjoying a heat wave which may have just had an effect on the Essex bowlers, who simply couldn't find a way through as hard as they tried. Both batsmen made it to 50, Wright off 115 balls and Allenby off 87, his arriving with a swept 6. A shot he later repeated as he refused to get tied down by Harbhajan or the other spinner Tom Wesley. These two were able to bat out the whole of the afternoon session, and with that went Essex's chance of winning a game which would have made them promotion candidates. Neither Wright nor Allenby showed any signs of flagging as they both neared their centuries after tea. It had been a truly wonderful partnership between the two, and one which by now had done enough to save this match. Perhaps the biggest winner was the Castle Park pitch, which had throughout been a true one. The pair put on 180 for the 5th wicket, a record for a visiting team at this ground, with Wright finally out for 83 after more than 3.5 hours at the crease, Charles Willoughby at last finding the edge of his bat. Having waited an age for a wicket, Willoughby then struck again 2 balls later, Graham Wagg chipping him to Jake Mickleborough. But before the captains shook hands and headed home, Allenby did reach 3 figures for the first time this season. Given the state of the game when he came to the crease, it was a superlative effort, coming off 157 deliveries and including 11 fours and 2 sixes. Moments later, with Glamorgan on 260 for 6 and leading by 178, the match was over with Allenby on 103. His side took 9 points to Essex's 10, a return which does their promotion push few favours. But where there's life,